Hey there, fam. Thank you so much for sharing this moment in time with me. I'm just gonna real talk with you. There's a very particular vibe going on right now. So if it's not matching your own at this time, feel free to save this for later. Just right on into the save for later list. You know what I mean? Watch later, I mean. Otherwise, I will provide a timestamp for you to be able to skip to if you just want the cards, if you're just here for the cards, but you're gonna be missing some context, I'm just saying. Look at me jumping ahead without burning shit. It's been a very interesting week, fam. I don't know about you. I kept panicking about editing and uploads and getting everything up in the right time, and I had to be reminded that, like, our days together aren't exactly the same, like those of us on these similar journeys, you know? My kindred souls, the ones who, you know, these videos are for. You know, we may be off a day or two or a week from one another, right? But as soon as I began looking up tarot on YouTube, I found people that these messages were also resonating with. And I'm just choosing to trust that. And like I said, either it connects with you, it resonates with you, or it doesn't. Either way, I appreciate the moment. So instead of going over my whole history and my whole life, I'm going to go ahead and go over the recent week and things, the messaging that I've received over just the past few days. And if while editing I feel the need, I'm gonna go ahead and put up some cool imagery and stuff for you because I just enjoy that, okay? And hopefully you will too while I talk, right? So, here we go. It all began with, I kept talking about how, oh, this is the ending of the tower moment, boosh, 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 you know, it was fucking great, right? And I kept feeling like, oh, there's something else. There's still something else. And there's just, you know, I'm guessing it was good. I was going in kind of blind. Like, I had a clue, but I just really didn't know. So, I figured out why the Five of Wands keeps coming up. It has been clarified for me. I think it was Deborah at Hedge Witch Tarot. So first I got the message, I am the I Am team. You are not as separate from them as you think or believe. Embrace that. You are not only a part of your spiritual team with these angels, guardian angels, and ancestors and such. You are the quarterback. You're the MVP. What do you think they're doing with you? Right? And that led me toward the Five of Wands, simply being us battling ourselves, dealing with our ego, dealing with that stuff, because we're not competing with anyone else. Right? Which I got that part of it. And I knew that it wasn't a bad thing that the Five of Wands kept coming up. It was representing the, like, the stuckness that we experienced for a while, however long it may be for each of us. Isn't that nice? That's so nice. Yeah. And then 2 days ago happened. And when I say it like that, I say it because yesterday was a full-on recovery day. It's not like I was incapable of anything. I don't mean like that. But you know, it was spiritual recovery. Because the 12th, that was 2 days ago. So Wednesday. I can't remember the true catalyst to it all. Other than having just a random but mundane as heck argument with my mother. I take care of my mother. I am her caregiver. And I don't know what else to do, even though I'm fully aware that that's my original abuser. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I don't know what else to do other than want her to have everything she could ever want and need and be cared for, you know? And I also kind of don't want anybody else to have to put up with her, you know what I'm saying? But it was just a mundane moment in time. You know how they do. But the way it affected me was so dramatic. Like, I don't know. Like, now that there's a day's grace, you know, elbow room between it, like, oh, thank goodness I can laugh about it, because I wasn't laughing in that moment, fam. I was crying. You know what I mean? It kind of took the wind out of my sails for a moment. I don't know about you, because if you're here, this may be resonating with you. In the midst of it all, I got the message, because I've been talking about being a phoenix, and like, but being beyond the flame portion, like, the ash may still be dripping from our feathers and stuff, but like, we're not fresh out of the flames. We're shaking it off, right? Well, Wednesday for me, June 12th for me was, I am not the phoenix. I am the flame. It's time to cleanse. That, just saying that, fam. I'm so sorry. Let me here, let's put these here. Oh my goodness gracious, man. I am not the phoenix. I am the flame. It is time to cleanse. I don't think this is full on the judgment card. I think the tower moment is over. It really is. And this is, you know how in the aftermath, when we're tired of being told to just chill, just work on your gifts, just figure, you know, do your thing and figure your things out and what you know, this and that, and boosh, 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 you got this. But it's like, there's something else, there's something else, there's something else. It's, you know, has to come first. Now, I've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of meditation. I've gone deep, no holds barred. I'm not, this one is, we're playing for keeps. This is it. I'm scared of no one and nothing. I'm ready. I'm claiming this. So whatever it is within me that needs to get on out, and forgive me for the term, those who, you know, but purge. I need to purge that demon. I need to get that crap out and let it go once and for all. And that was a part of it. Like, we've grown and transformed, like the alchemist that we are within. We've done so much of that work, and yet our surroundings may have not yet changed themselves. You know, bits, you know, here and there. We're kind of doing that, kind of like we're nesting a little bit. Because we mean it, right? The rest of this particular message is, this isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. So collective readings can help only so much. I'm not poo-pooing them. Hello. But like, we need to be more strategic with our time. Like, pick your favorites. It's okay. More so, those skills of discernment, knowing better when the video they've uploaded is meant to take up your time, is meant for you. Like, yeah, we're always going to find things because darn tootin', but like, I like to have the, like, because for me, it's the positive vibes. I've been learning so much. That's how I got started in watching tarot on YouTube in the first place. Learning. What am I not getting from the messaging while I'm building this muscle? Right? So the people that I've watched, thank you so much. I've learned so much from you. You have been such incredible parts of my journey. We're not done yet. But for each of us as individuals, like even if we're folding laundry and stuff like that, like it all counts. Whatever the input is, at least right now. I'm a horror fan too, but it's like we're having this moment. And we need to be very strategic with our time, cognizant of our words and the input we're receiving. Right? It all counts right now. It all counts. And quite frankly, the stories, the movies, the whatever, it's life itself is just different now, isn't it? It hits different. At least now. Okay, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. We need to stop looking to others to help us with this. This in particular. Like, we already have the divine and our ancestors helping us, you can it? Even we, and then like beyond that, we have doctors, we have the professionals, right? When we could admit to ourselves, okay, I need to go beyond. It needs to be in the light. I need to go beyond what I'm capable of doing on my own, because so much of it has been us on our own. Hasn't it, fam? Literally, even the cards have been telling us, you need a spiritual mentor right now, and right now. Called 1-800 right now. We need to be our own spiritual mentor. It's not like we can't learn from others. Boy, howdy can we. Thank you to anyone who shares their wisdom. But like, we're surrounded by the divine. Who else are we turning to? Like, anything else besides doctors and, that's for us to decide. Either way. Yes, what did I, oh my goodness, I can't even tell. It's so worn out from the folds in the paper that I wrote on. External shit needs to get in line behind us. We need to come first if we're gonna love like this. Okay. So, a lot happened between receiving the message, I am not the phoenix, I am the flame. It's time to cleanse. And that's why I left that up here. And I just kind of perused the notes, you know what I mean? Because I wanted to get all of that out of the way, because this, I really hope that anyone watching is able to understand what I'm describing, because it sounds, I can see how someone may think it's really heavy. It's really like, whoa. And it is. It absolutely is. And I don't like to go into details this much on my experience and the things that I experience when I meditate and stuff, because I don't want to put my stuff into yours. I don't want you or anyone to have any kind of expectations that belongs to anyone else, if that makes any sense. Like, it's different for all of us. Wherein, this is how I, if you've watched, you've heard me say this before. I like to picture us in this body of water. We're in the same body of water, but we're in our own boats. Right? our own kayaks, canoes, dinghies. Someone's busting out a unicorn floaty, and you know it. There's at least one. I bet there's multiple, and we're just gonna bounce sometimes. Just do the boat bounce at midnight or something. I don't know. Just because we are in this together in our own individual ways. Our health, our mental health, our spirituality, like all of it, whatever that is for you, it's different for all of us. And yet, we're still all connected. We're still all in this together at our different points in our pathings that led us to this pond. I feel like this pond is like our little breaky poo. When we come together, we vent, we commiserate, but most of all, we love and we share positive vibes, right? So, with that in mind as well, is kind of the final ashes, if you will. Because I felt like I hadn't quite done that final thing, you know? And for me, that's what this is what that was. For this stage of my journey anyway. So, context-wise for the beginning, a previous neighbor that we had to the left, when he passed from cancer, I'm sorry to those who really don't want to hear that word right now, I'm so sorry. That weekend, he went to a friend's place so that he could be surrounded by love and at peace. And the neighbor directly across the street from us that weekend proceeded to walk over to his garage, take his tools, and then take it up to the neighborhood clubhouse thing that we have around here and donated them like the good Samaritan that he is. Yeah. So, what I did was sitting here on my bed like I am right now, and in my mind, like a movie, my sword, I got up and I walked right on outside, across the street to that neighbor's shed, right past him on his porch smoking a cigarette, down the driveway into his shed. Looked around, and then to my right, I noticed a sledgehammer. And I grabbed that sledgehammer, walked right on past the motherfucker again, right on back into my room, the door's literally right over there, and proceeded to smash the shit out of this place. Every door, every wall, every mirror, every glass, every single piece of glass. I smashed the floors, I smashed the cabinets, both toilets, fuck them, all the sinks, everything. Oh, my heart. Oh, goodness gracious. I just smashed it to smithereens. And it wasn't enough. I've been trying to figure out what to do with my anger that I had. I still have it. That flame still burns, but it was a rage. It was a complete rage. This home has been a living hell for me for decades now. I've moved out, I've come back, and this last time I've been here the longest because I'm here to help her, to take care of her. It's my turn now, right? It's my right and privilege. But I've had a lot of healing to do. And it's been like this brick wall this whole time, no matter what I do. no matter what I do, because I can't change her. I can't heal her. There are things she's got to do for herself. And I've learned so much. So much. But I still call bullshit, fam. And that's okay. But in that moment, on Wednesday, after smashing everything to smithereens, it was like I knew it was just an exercise that I was performing, a visual to help me work through my healing and this point in my journey and all that, the lovelier of the yada yadas, really. But it was just a visual. It was just a meditation. And it's like it all whoop, 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 right back to being as it is, as it should be, right? I never touched a thing. There were no sledgehammers. I mean, I'm pretty sure he has one, but you know. And it was just, wow, the ringing in my ears is so quiet right now. It was like me here right now. Hi. I mean that. But in that moment, it was like all the cacophony of it all, as I've been trying to learn how to understand and having to say, okay, y'all, this is too much. I need you to back off a little bit, because it's just the highest of pitches that I'm just struggling with, right? The impressions of it all and everything, right? And I just need you to back off. And I know that they were trying so hard to, you know, comfort me, remind me. But in that moment, the cacophony of it all was just joining my mother in the nag, you know? And it was like, boom, fuck that. No. And on the one hand, I asked them to please stop for a moment. Please give me the chance to breathe. And then I screamed. Not in real life. None of my neighbors, you know, nobody jumped, nobody heard it. Not the way you might think, but maybe. Maybe. Sometimes when I meditate and I'm pumping out those positive vibes, ley lines and beyond, it's like I grow way far above my home, my head into the clouds, this complete being, this avatar of light. And when I screamed, it was like, at first I was considering it like a banshee shriek, but it wasn't a banshee shriek. That is such mourning and loss, right? This was rage. This was anger. This was a flame that just needed to engulf some shit, you know? You know? And it was like, instead of just erupting into this light being standing above my home and neighborhood, it's like, you know, those rainbow type, almost like these cards, the rainbow. Oh, wow. Are you fucking kidding me? It just hits different now. It just hits different now. But those foils, thank you. You were silly. You were so silly, and I love you. But it was like... I busted through dimensions, fam. And the only words that I've been able to think of that have come to me to thank you, incense, I love you too. Dad, was righteous anger. It just feels right to me. I don't know about you having Medusa there. Or kin. And the walls, the ceilings, everywhere. At first they had a sheen. But this time it was almost like raindrops, you know? But you know it wasn't rain, right? It wasn't water. And then it was flames. Very low. Like... Like, if it were flat like this, then it would be, you know, just fire. But, like, it was like gravity had no... You know what I mean? It had no bearing. And the walls were just that lowest point of the fire. Like, it didn't grow to the red and orange and yellows. But it was multicolored. It still had that sheen, almost like a rainbows and just a freaking kaleidoscope. Like, I guess if I were to look at it closely, but like just sitting there, untouched. I was the only thing not burning. Even where I sat, because when I was done smashing, I had dropped to the floor. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I just sat with that for a while, fam. I just sat with it. And I let the holy flame just cleanse the shit out of me. And this home. And everything. But I knew I still had more to do. I had this fairy Zippo that was given to me by a friend of mine years ago. Like 2 decades ago, nearly, at this point. And I went outside. The walls outside had a sheen to it. Good thing I wasn't bitten. I am not the phoenix. I am the flame. It's time to cleanse, fam. Please know when it is time to turn to professionals, because some of the things that some of us are unlocking really do require them, and that is okay. It's okay. It's okay to tap into your support system, but please may we all have better skills of discernment, and when it's time to go to the doctor, to seek out. Like, I know, whether you're in America or the UK or wherever you may be in the world, it's really freaking difficult. Even the places where we do have options, it's there's so many reasons why so many of us have been having to do all of this on our own. You've come this far. We're not done yet. We're at our different stages in it. But you've got this, fam. If there's anything that I could ever say to you that you believe, please let it be that you've got this. You know what to do. And if you don't, please save this video for later. You know what to do. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead, fam. And it starts. Let me blow my nose real quick. Holy goodness gracious. I mean, I got a bit distracted. My mother was banging around a bit. Life happens. Excuse me, pardonnez-moi, froggy. Little obsidian froggy, let's go. Hello to those who skipped ahead to just this. It's good to see ya. All right. What is the message for my dear kindred souls today? Whichever day, whichever time it may be that y'all join us. Oh. Now we're going to just look at this. I feel like we'll save the others for later. How's that sound? Sounds good. It sounds good. Booty, 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 rocking everywhere. 16, the shaman, from the section of the selves. The magi, the sorcerer, the medicine woman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study. The mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self, the other, and the culture, the healer. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other world, allowing psychic visions and old magic to leak into this world, the unseen. In this way, the shaman is a master who bridges the everyday and the sacred, revealing potent power needed desperately in our time. Yet, where there is power, there is shadow. So, the shaman must be vigilant in studying their darkness. This card reminds us that the force of healing is ultimately not our own. We must shape it and share it with the world. Contrary to popular belief, the shaman archetype appears in every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. The Charmin, oh no. I'm so sorry for that one. Wow. The shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires study and perseverance. Think of it like brining or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of its being pure. I think I was trying to say purify. Okay. Nope. I'm not going to flip the others yet. Not yet. It's not time for those. I want to too, but it's not time for those yet. What shall we share with my kindred souls? Whoa. Wow. I did 2 readings on Wednesday. The one that involved any oracle cards was this one. And I knew. I just forgot that I knew, but I knew. Just gonna say, if nobody believes, that's okay. I don't need you to. So if there are still some stragglers just watching, welcome to you too, my friend. I think that clearly there is something here for you too. So, the Princess is the title card for the deck, fam. It is numero uno. I'm shaking. You may be in a dire situation you need escaping from. Rest assured, you have the power within to persevere. You already know you don't need to be rescued by a charming prince or a chivalrous knight in shining armor. You've got your own shield and sword, and God's help anyone who thinks they can do a better job. Yes, I have received the Evil Queen card sometimes. Did you see what that one said? I feel the need to share this one. So maybe there are those who are right there with me. It is, you deserve sugar, not salt. Someone in your life is mistreating you. You keep trying to see the good in them, but they just keep disappointing you again and again. Truth is, some people don't deserve second chances, as difficult as it may be. This is your sign that you need to cut them loose, fam. Unfollow them, block their number, whatever it is, fam. Whatever it is, it's time to move on. Do whatever it takes to find some inner peace, for it's just as precious as gold. I've realized it's time for me to move. It's time for me to get a home of my own. It's time for my mother and I to have our own homes. Whatever that means, right? Whatever that means for you as well, my friend. My kin. All right. Clarification time. Whoop. Har, har, har. Here we go. Oh. You're just chilling there. You, that night, he, she, they were just chilling there with their horsey. Really? That's all we're doing? I shuffled a lot more for that second oracle deck, but wow. Okay. I'm done doubting. You're right. You are absolutely right. Trust. We begin with the 8. I always want to say 9, but it's just not. With the 8 of Swords. If you know me, you know that I like to compare the 8 of Swords with Is it the Nine of Wands? Is that why I keep thinking 9? With the person standing behind the wands with the bandage on their head. But also the Hanged Man. Because with this card, as with the Hanged Man, we can't see their hands, can we, fam? I think they're holding on to both ends of the rope. And they can let go at any time. Yes. I do believe. Oh, silly Billy. There we go. Boosh. Okay. That internal struggle. Boy, it's all getting represented this round, eh? Oh. Temperance says, yes, it is. I'm sorry, was that 3 knocks? I can't. I cannot. Sometimes I cannot, man. Got this. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment because we're letting this go. It's been let go. So if you're new here, I am a storyteller. And these are basically chapters of today's story. Prelude. Sometimes there are epilogues. This is like section 1. That's the past. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know about you. And this is the equalizer. Can you hear that? Hashtag life. Thank you so much for your patience for any of the background noise. Life happens, right, fam? We've gone from this to this. And this, at that point, was just self-torment. It was just us having a hard time of letting go. Even though we learned the dang lessons. Even though we learned and became a formidable opponent, we were still stuck. We were in survival mode. It was like, okay, if this is what I have to do, then this is fucking what I fucking have to do. Right? But we knew that that wasn't right for us, and that's why we were struggling. We knew that the survival mode, the person that we became in order to survive, wasn't our true selves. We were tethered. We were shoved into a box. When we're like, we're not that shape, man. This isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. So what are we doing? I mean, part of it we needed. We needed that experience. It got us here. I mean, it also got us here, didn't it? But did a lot of hard work. I recently saw a deck where the 10 of Wands, truly like the visual of it, ultimately it means that I'm ready to evolve past the Rider-Waite, but it's an image of someone, like where, you know, the point of view from behind them, and they have all those wands just like up on their shoulder, like it weighs nothing. And they're like, doop-a-doop-a-doop, taking this shit home, gonna have a good time. You know, like, whereas this one's so weary and burdened, you know. They're going home, and it's a lovely place. Like, look at that shit. If you can see, like, the background stuff, like, it's lovely. You know? All that hard work pays off, doesn't it? You darn tootin' it does. I keep hearing this song with J-Lo and Ja Rule. Bitch, I ain't doing the shit for nothing. Like, I'm sorry for the vulgarity of it all, but like, that's been part of the like echolalia jukebox looping in my head. Do you know what I mean? All right. I don't know what this represents for you, because I feel like this one has just had different meanings for people recently. To me, I don't do reverse. I don't do that stuff. So to me, the message that I'm getting, for me, this represents moving on. Like, I don't want to just abandon my mother. I'm not going to be done, you know, providing for her, making sure she has everything she needs. You know, she gets to her doctor's appointments or whatever. But I can't live here anymore. So think about the swords. Think about that, how, I don't know if you can see the blues that kind of show up in those swords. Like, look, he's got the red cap on for passion. He, she, they. Reddish boots. I don't know. I'm just hearing three little birds. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Bottom of the deck. See, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Look at that sunrise happening behind them. Things that people may not notice when they pull out the thief card, so-called thief card of the deck. There's no thievery happening, you know. We have a right to these swords. Quite frankly, we have a right to those too as well, but nah. Rise up this morning. It's a bit of like, you know, we have moments where it's like, I think this is the imposter syndrome. We may still be battling with that times. Listen, you're still human, fam. Oh, wait. No. Nope, not yet. I almost did something. It's not. Okay, thank you. Thank you. It's not time for that yet. Wait until you see what I pull here. I'm going to need you to take that imposter syndrome and get it the fuck right on out of here, okay? It's not serving you. It's holding you back. Let it go. Let it go. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need anyone else's permission. Life isn't happening to you. It's still happening for you. We're not going to lose sight of that anymore. There's no devil card here, fam. It's always going to be in the deck to remind us, don't get cocky. Don't get lazy. Don't get complacent. There are no backsies, fam. There are no backsies. We're not doing that. We're not playing that game anymore. We're not playing games anymore. So if they want to start with you, if anything, including yourself, wants to start that shit again, the fuck out of here. Nah. No. We're not forgetting again. You don't experience this type of crap. Look, geez. Who else had stuff like that? You know what I just thought of? The Chicky Mama with the oil and Jesus' feet. Boosh. Because what's on this angel's chest, fam? Not the triangle, but above that. Right? Do you know? Isn't it like God's name? Like Yahweh or whatever? Not whatever, but you know what I mean. Oof. Jeez Louise. Whew. This is what we trained for. Boosh. Let's do this. Okay, I do, however, feel the need to pull one more. Are you kidding me? Still got a little bit of time. Still got a little bit of time, which is good because we're all going through this cleanse. This with the holy freaking fire. So it's okay. Don't rush. You don't need to rush. I know we're so freaking. We're so gung ho. That was then. Oh, there he is. That's who I was thinking of. Saw that and was like, well, it's not the night. This one also wanted to play, though. It jumped out. I said I did 2 readings that day. The first one was like this, and the second one was simply 4 cards. After all was said and done, and I had a chance to, you know, just wanted 4 cards. They just had something else to say. And that began with the Wheel of Fortune. Fan. No backsies, fam. We have a fire not only cleansing, you know, we're not only being cleansed by holy fire and whatever that entails and means for you. Feel free to put your own wording to it. I'm good with that. I'm the messenger, and this is how it's coming out. You know, this is how I can relate to it, if that makes sense, right? That's all. That's all. You know, because you're picking up your own vibes from this stuff. You know, and I know. So, we have a fire lit under our asses. But it's time to persevere. It's time to continue. What for me, that means more meditation, more work in the garden because it's getting my hands in the dirt. You know what I mean? It's literally putting seeds in the dirt and watching it grow. And we got some rain and thunder coming to the greater Seattle area. Wow. All right. So, what the where? Oh, it came from here. That's where I stopped, fam. it's okay. It's okay. If you're like me and you have a lot of stuff you want to do, then just, you know, flow with it. It doesn't all have to be done right now. What's that Martin Luther King quote? You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take that first step, fam. It's okay. You got this. But this is part of a different message. Just because we ascend, just because we are alchemists, doesn't change the fact that we're human this round. That's what we're doing here, right? To be human is to have emotions, is to experience the earth and life in full glory with all these different senses and nerve endings. All right? We're going to love, we're going to lose, these are we're biological beings, right? But it won't rain all the time. It won't rain all the time. We're going to have our victories. And there's so much that we want to do that we cannot lose sight of. Just pick one. Pomodoro method that shit, baby. That's what I've been doing and dealing with my mom's home because we're renovating it. We got a year before we sell. Lease is up and we're out to our respective homes. Thank you. Just pick one. And as the vibe comes, you know what to do. It's okay if you have all these different faucets. You are allowed to be exceptional. You are allowed to be multifaceted. Don't get confused about the things. Whoop, that, whoop, 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 whoop. YouTube. Oh no. Oh no, the YouTube. Oh no. There's so much in store for you. So please love yourself, because loving yourself and accepting yourself and building your confidence back up to anything, fam, is going to enable more love to come in. It's going to open it. So remember your heart in those meditations, okay, fam? The Empress is nurturing. The Empress loves. The Empress is connected with stars on her crown. I'm non-binary, so don't worry. Please be yourself. Be happy. You're welcome here, my kindred souls. Okay, now I don't think it's. I'm not sure if it's. Oh yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be the other ones that were mentioned in the thing. But I trust my team. I may be the weirdo in my team, but we all are, so hey. But I trust them now more than ever. And now, fam, it's your turn. Whether you have a penis. Oh God, what are the angles? Oh goodness gracious, you see different things than I do with the way the camera is. Oh. Okay, that's not it, fam. That's not it. I want to build, you know, like they do have blank decks. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to put in mine. So So you let me know if you have any ideas. And we'll see if the vibe is right. And I thank you. Oh, yep. That was indeed enough. Huh. I see some capital letters. I love you, fam. This is your reminder to be open to receive whatever it is you want, fam. Whatever the heck it is you want. I have a video that was one of the first things I ever uploaded on this channel last year about a dream I had once about being a fairy princess. That, yeah, I'll let you decide. I'll go ahead and link it at the end. I love you, fam. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you later.